Hello, and welcome to my tongue is swollen chat, and everyone's disappointing me.
Did you
With me
mean
today,
in any chat?
yeah, with me today, I have Arikusu,
Always.
and I have myself. Even though everyone was like, "Yeah, we'll be there." Everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah, it's something we all can talk about." Yay! Uh, we're
Done.
supposed to talk about our freaking favorite video games, but oh my god, we can't really now since this is supposed to be a really big group event. Anyways, the name of this episode is Arcanus Chat, Aniwakening. And then they absolutely destroyed it by not showing up.
Yes, absolutely. Especially when they said they'd be here.
Yeah. So I'm telling my friend who got me, who likes Fire Emblem, the one on her ninth playthrough through Fates,
Mm,
to get Golden Sun.
that's because Golden Sun is fantastic.
And I'm like, the Golden Sun franchise is probably my favorite Nintendo series. Probably,
Yeah, I can get that.
probably
Yeah,
with Pokemon being second, Kirby being a strong third, because Kirby is dank. LOZ being fourth,
uh,
and then Fire Emblem technically being fifth.
mm,
Yeah. Even though I don't even like Fire Emblem that much. I like Fire Emblem, but it's a casual like.
understandable.
It's not like oh, I'm so hyped like Aaron, because Aaron scares me when he gets hyped like that. Um, Casual like the honestly. Okay, so the Kirby fan base is so hidden, but everyone is just in it.
Yes, it's
And
so hard not to like Kirby games because they're just fun.
yeah, they're cute, they're stylish, they're like really balanced, even though Kirby is broken,
Yes.
right? Like
Yep.
it's dank. Um, LOZ being probably I'm gonna call it probably one of the top three being like Mario, Pokemon, and LOZ. And I say Mario because they'll make a Mario game every 10 seconds, and that implies that it sells
Yeah.
no matter what the title is. Because as long as it's Mario, people will buy it for their children.
Yes. Well, the big thing about Legend of Zelda in specific is like that game just straight up moves consoles.
Yes. Mario is the bonus plus that you buy with the console.
Yeah.
Um, Kirby is the afterthought
Mm,
because they're like, we need to sell more side scrollers. Hey, why don't we do another Kirby game? Everyone loves those and no one insults us about it.
yeah.
That's probably because Kirby games have the right to change stuff whenever they want to. Whereas other things are like, why would you change that mechanic?
Yeah.
Why?
I get it.
But yeah, so yeah, we're totally stalling. Day said she'd be here, and that is legendary.
That is a. I wish it wasn't a lie.
Yeah. Uh, ugh. um, my favorite Capcom series is Mega Man. Duh. That's like everyone's.
Understandable.
Like the only other thing I can think of that people would like from Capcom more is like maybe Street Fighter.
Uh,
That's because they don't abandon Street Fighter.
yeah.
They'll abandon
Hmm.
Mega Man, which is a darn shame. It was like after Star Force 3, they're like, which was in like 2010, 12. Let me check. Be right back. They're like, nah, man, we're not doing any more Mega Man games, and they cut his story short. He only got 3 games, which is like the least amount out of any
Mega
Mega
Man.
Man protagonist.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I don't-
let's be real. Zero, who's not even like Mega Man, got like 6 games.
I know. I have the Mega Collection on the DS, and that game is freaking hard.
Yeah.
The second one.
Well,
Like,
Mega Man games, you know, especially the side scrollers, are usually pretty difficult.
because you have broken as crap enemies who,
Yep.
like, face stomp you. And you're like, I have a gun. You are a
Yeah.
giant machination of 6 robots
Uh,
who shoots lasers that take up the whole screen that I can't dodge.
yes.
Please stop. Currently, I want to fight in the second game where the dude literally like flies across the screen, swooping down, blowing up the floor. And I'm like, how am I supposed to dodge this? The floor is my only safe place. This is a freaking side scroller.
Yeah.
Okay. Mega Man Star Force 3 was released in 2010. Yeah. 2008 in Japan. Yeah. Hashtag Japanese, though. So,
Yeah.
it's funny because its ratings are varied from 4.8 out of 5 to 6 out of 10.
Okay. That's
That is,
sweet.
that is a really big, wide difference.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game. Basically, if you like consistency a lot, then play those games. The third game is just so polished. The first game, okay, in the first game, when you're fighting a boss, you're like fighting, but there is no warning when they attack. There's no like indicator. So they just whack you and you're like, oh, chill, yo. Calm down.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas in the second one, they give a warning, right? The square, the panel that you're on blinks before they attack. That way, you just don't get insta-raped. In the third one, the warning is still there, but everything is so smooth and so flowing that you're just like, man, I don't even care if they hit me anymore. Because in the second one, it's like slightly too long, the warning.
Yeah.
And some of the mechanics are broken. For example, the ultimate form in the second one is you literally become super effective against all elements, and all your attacks are tripled, and your basic attacks are super effective against all elements, and they're AoE, and they take up the entire field.
Okay.
And you get like bonus HP, and then like you can combine your cards into super cards, and you can literally like 3-shot the final boss. And I'm like, this form is not okay.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That sounds really busted.
So what they did was, in the first game, you can't fuse forms, right? Second
Yep.
game, you can fuse forms. It's totally broken. Third game, they gave you like 20 forms, right? And then there's like 12 forms exclusive to one game and 12 forms exclusive to the other one.
Yep.
And each one has their own separate final form.
Mm.
And the final forms are so freaking cool. So, like, the form in Red Joker, MC gets a power up, and he's using chaos data to like eradicate his enemies and like blow them up with a meteor, right?
Yep.
In Black Ace, MC creates a black hole, sucks you into it, and then slices the black hole in half, creating a singularity.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And all your forms are enemies you defeated in prior games because you're essentially card including like in a match like Prisma Ilia, and then you can double form and you can like combine the forms, and they're like children in Fire Emblem, like any of the Fire Emblem children games, and you get all the stats and the bonuses of both, and it's fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the third one is so good. Like, I can't go back to the first or second one because they're so not polished like the third one. Third one is so smooth.
I feel it.
Oh my god. I mean, it's kind of like how smooth Dank Dawn is compared to like the Lost Age, but the Lost Age is pretty smooth for a
Well, yeah,
Game
The
Boy
Lost
game.
Age is a great game. Like that's easily on my. I would say that the first two Golden Sun games, the GBA games, are probably on my top five. Um, just games. Period, because they're so
They're
good.
so good.
Yeah.
They are. It is a real shame that they're an occult classic and not like a regular classic.
Yes. Because oh man, those games are good.
They make Fire Emblem like talking look like chit chat,
Yes, absolutely.
and it's funny.
Like they have text cutscenes that are like 15 minutes long. I swear to God.
And you sit there and you read it all because it's quite interesting. And
Yes.
then Fire Emblem, those long chat scenes are like 5 minutes long. You're like, oh god, that felt like forever. And
Yep.
you go and play Golden Sun, and you're like, oh my god, I feel like I'm reading an encyclopedia.
Yes.
Oh my god. In every playthrough, like the playthrough people are salty about how long they talk for. In all of them, like at the beginning of games, they'll say, you know that little chit chat you had for 20 minutes? Get used to that because that's the entire game.
Yes. But the big thing about it is, like that's a thing, but I don't know. It's only annoying when you're like 12 and your parents are like, you know, uh, uh, you should get off your game and go outside or something, you
Yeah.
know, and you're just like, but I've been in this cutscene for 7 minutes. I can't save right now.
And you sit there staring at your screen, and then your DS starts flashing red, and you're like, "Oh dear lord!"
Yes,
And you're like, "Gotta get to the charger."
yes, that's Golden Sun's aesthetic.
Yep. Oh man, Golden Sun. I'm playing. Another reason I like Brawl more than I like Smash 4 is because Isaac is in it. I'm not gonna lie. That's his only voice acting, I think.
I think you're right.
That is so sad.
Yes, I
Oh,
agree.
oh my god. Like it deserves popularity. I found Golden Sun through Dark Dawn, and I found it because I was looking for more Nintendo games to play after I played Pokemon. It was on sale, and I'm like, this looks cool. I really like Matthew's design,
Yep.
and I like play it, and I'm like, this is actually amazing.
Yes. And then the old ones are better, and it's like, holy cow.
That's why I bought the Lost Age.
Well, yeah, the last stage is just like, Dark Dawn and OG Golden Sun, how, they had you traverse this giant continent. How about you
Yes,
traverse an entire freaking world with dungeons everywhere?
yes.
And, like, you have a reason for going to all these obscure points because there's stuff over there. Be
You
it,
get cutscenes too, and you're like, am I
yeah,
supposed to be here? Am I really supposed to be here? And you don't know because you could be doing this at any point in the game.
yep.
Oh my god. My only problem is I wish it showed you a little more direction.
I,
Just a little
I,
bit.
I mean, especially after you, uh, beat the ocean god and get to
Mhm.
Lumeria, and then they're like, oh yeah, you can now go through the strait to the other edge of the map. Except for at that point, it's not like, no, you need to go to this place. It's world.
Like,
What do you do? You know?
it's if they fused all three Golden Sun games, like you take the openness and throw it in a Dark Dawn, right? And
Yep.
then you take the story of the first two games, right? And throw that in a Dark Dawn, you'd have the perfect Golden Sun game.
I agree.
It'd be so good.
Hmm.
Honestly, the next Golden Sun game, I hope you get to have 16 party members, but only 8 in combat, right?
Yeah.
And then it's everyone. You just
That'd be
recruit
cool.
everyone. And you go full nostalgia.
However, they did tease light and dark adepts at the end of Dark
Yeah,
Dawn. So, it'd be a pity if you don't get, a dark adept and a light adept.
make it 18 then, and you get one of each.
Yeah,
Like, also the black holes keep appearing everywhere. God dang it!
yeah, because, they totally cleared up that plot thread.
Thank you. The initial plot thread followed through the entire game, and it's just still there.
Yep.
They even put a question mark at the end. Oh my god.
Yes. It's like, please, Golden Sun, why?
Oh my goodness. Like, I mean, if KH3 can happen, maybe we can have hope for like another main game.
Same.
How would you feel if they did a My unit? Like,
For
create a
Golden Sun?
character. Yeah, if they just did that. And you can choose what adept class you wanted to be.
I feel like that would be cool, but like the only reason it would work is because in all the games you have a silent protagonist, even though you don't have the same protagonist in each game, and the protagonist has lines in other games.
Yes.
Like the only way it would work is if they're like, this is the last Golden Sun game.
I just think the only reason I say that is because I would love to choose my own adept. That is the only reason I'd want to.
I understand.
Like it's I'm fine with Matthew, Isaac, or Felix. Like that is fine. It's what
Yeah.
is lovable about Golden Sun. I just wish that they talk.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. They don't have to talk much.
Yeah.
But like they should talk, especially when they talk all that sweet trash in the other games.
Yes.
Because Felix will trash talk you.
Yes. Felix was
And then Isaac will be like, Felix, I have to fight you. And Isaac's like, oh yeah, you're the silent protagonist now. You can't say anything.
Yep.
And Isaac's like, sucks to be you. And he gets to his son, and Isaac's like, oh, I still get to talk. Guess who doesn't get to talk? And Matthew ...
Same.
Oh my god. Tyrell is still not as stupid as his dad.
I agree.
Like, they get on Tyrell for being dumb, but if you go back and play like the first Golden Sun and you just see his dad, you're like, oh my god, Tyrell. You're like a genius. Oh, I don't understand how hair color works in the Nintendo universes.
I don't blame you.
Because
I don't think Nintendo understands how hair color works in the Nintendo universe.
Kyrus has green hair.
Yes. Who, who did Ivan smash who had, like green or blue hair?
I don't fucking know. He smashed Tiki. They're both like infinitely young. He smashed Kid Tiki and she left back to Fire Emblem.
It's funny because we didn't get to see Ivan in Dark Dawn, so I like to imagine that he still looks like he's like 11.
Yeah, he probably looks like he's 16.
Yeah.
His character actually looks the same age as him.
Yep.
So, ouch. That's going to be terrible. It is literally the reverse situation of Awakening.
Yes.
And it's funny because, like, one party member, save for, like, no, even including Himi, because Himi can summon, can, like, solo most of your crew in Fire Emblem.
Yes.
And it's actually quite hilarious.
Well, it doesn't hurt that, Golden Sun moves, like, blow up entire continents.
Yeah, or that you can create miniature suns. I was explaining how broken, like, your final summon in, like, Dark Dawn, you blow up the universe.
Yes.
And then I was explaining, oh yeah, and your basic attacks as MC for his final weapon can create miniature suns.
Yep.
And then she was like, oh my god.
Which he throws at people, and it does ridiculous damage. It's so broken.
Yeah. Oh my god. Also, God love lasers in the Golden Sun universe. They love them. Thor's
Yes.
Mjolnir shoots a laser instead of lightning.
Yes.
Oh, Golden Sun is too dank.
Golden Sun's 10 out of 10.
Oh my goodness. Is that a day?
No.
We
Maybe.
finally have day, not just us.
And she's not long to rip us.
Excuse me.
That's less of you.
You're gonna fucking wrong with
So
me,
you go as a person.
Like now it really is Aniwakening. You stand out.
Volunteer hours.
right? Yeah.
No.
What? What did I do?
Oh, you forgot to put your Awakening profile picture.
Oh.
Get some more.
You still look like you have your same one. The only one that looks different is the Annie chat one.
No. On the computer, it shows me whichever one's updated. Alex has Tiki. I have Muriel.
Second semester, I had 35.
On the
Oh,
phone,
okay.
it's different. Yeah.
Oh well, fine. Give me a
You're
second.
different.
Now already?
Huh?
You on the podcast?
No, I just said you're different.
Sorry, I'm at a Smash night right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not Smash Bros. It's a Smash Night.
Soren, shut up.
Smash!
So,
For my
my
friends.
wife. Actually, I have a new character. Wait, does it have to be from Awakening? Yeah. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yoshi's too
Wait,
fast!
he
voices on. He voices
I'll use my favorite one then.
The older brother. I love how long that is.
Bless you.
What? Oh yeah, Mike has a
So it's still the pre-podcast?
Nope, it's live.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've been live for 20 minutes.
Yes.
We waited an extra 15 minutes for you, Kira, and everyone else, and they all disappointed me.
Oh, that actually.
Except for me!
Yep.
The one who shows up the most infrequently.
You said you were gonna be late. You showed up late. You know, we're not.
I stuck to my word.
Yeah, we've just been talking about Mega Man, Kirby, Golden Sun, and Fire Emblem.
Yep.
Hey. I'm currently looking at an Ike fighting a Yoshi. It's kind of cool.
Like 2-hand one-shots.
So, like, is it like Smash 4?
Yeah, it's the newest one.
Okay.
Right.
Let's see.
Who do you guys main?
I technically main Link, but since my friend plays Link a lot, I guess I main Robin, Marth, and Donkey Kong.
Oh fuck. Yoshi's so.
A friend of mine mains Marth, and they're ridiculous at it.
I thought
And then
everyone
there's
was bad.
Soren.
Not Fire Emblem. Fire
I prefer to go
Smash.
by Cookie Slayer.
Smash Bros.
Kind of.
Pussy Slayer 69.
Got him.
What is this, Tumblr?
Got him. I
What?
watched Guardians today.
No. I swear that was a Tumblr reference, like Cookie Slayer.
First one's so bad already.
Man.
It is.
The second one's already out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the background's all screwed up.
Give
Give me a second. Now I have to change it again. Oh.
What? Yeah, I'm a big Kurt Russell fan.
As long as the main picture is fine, we don't care.
That's who I went with, my grandpa.
The background's like all messed up though.
Like,
How glitchy is the background?
Very, very glitchy.
Oh, that's a great movie. I love
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
she will watch it.
Why not?
She won't watch it because she falls asleep.
What
What do you mean
movie?
Billy
a
Ted's
cock?
Excellent Adventure.
Oh yeah. You
Bill
put
and
it
Ted
on one time.
Yeah, and every time
Bill and
I
Ted's
watch it,
adventure is actually really fun.
do it.
I know. I fell asleep because I put it on at like 4:00 in the morning, and they're like, "What's this?" I was like, "I can't."
At 4 a.m., I am dead. Like,
Yeah.
figuratively and literally.
You know what? I'm just gonna do my wife that I currently love and is on my Fire Emblem our heroes party, and she's my main, and I love her with my whole heart.
Who is it?
Yeah.
You'll see.
I swear to God, if it's someone I don't approve of, I'm gonna cry.
It's probably going to be someone you don't approve of. I didn't like her
By the
art
way-
in Awakening, but I really like the way she looks in Heroes.
Is it Tharja or is it Pam?
Tharja!
Raw!
He fights for his friends.
Oh my God, it's lame Henry with boobs and a Yondu complex.
What?
Save.
Leave me alone. I think she's so
Save.
cute in Heroes. Tharja.
No, Alex knows exactly what I mean. Alex knows exactly what I mean.
I know what you're talking about.
Henry is so much better of a girl than Tharja is.
That's true.
Henry is so good.
I like Mike.
Henry, I just like I'm not gonna hate. Like that's fine. I'm just saying. I knew it, and I knew it in my soul that that'd be the case. And
Okay.
was
I like-
hoping.
Right now, I'm having this dilemma because I have already done all of the story on every difficulty. I have done all the prologues. I've finished all this month's events and everything. I have gotten every single orb I could, and I still don't have Tatiana. And she's so pretty. I want her so bad.
Yeah.
I want her.
My only goal in Fire Emblem Heroes right now is to get Cordelia, and it hasn't happened.
Guess who has Cordelia?
Who? You?
Yep. I'm sending my box right now.
Elefante.
So I don't think you understand that I am the grind master. This is an outdated picture, by the way. But I sent it.
My friends over here. One of them got Ike. What did David get? He got Ike and Lucina at the same time?
In the same summon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
savage.
Okay, the first time I did something like that, I got Camilla and 2 Takamis
Ooh.
in one wall.
Um,
That's my box.
my friend Maddie got Lucina for her very, very first summon. My friend Matthew has both Camilla's. I have. Give me a second. I will open it right now. I have Tharja for sure. Hawkeye. Just give me a second. I'll name them all off.
I have Hawkeye. I also have Lucina.
Apparently the door is
have
locked.
Lucina.
Someone needs to go let Matthew and Cole in. It's locked.
The back door's open.
I sent my box in the chat. So, did you see it?
Woo, the dog copter, baby. The dog. Oh, fuck. Rocket man. So much for the dog copter.
I will look at it in a second. I have Crom. I have Marth. I have Jacob, Lucius, Erica, Raven, Kada, Hawkeye, Tharja,
I
and
want Jada.
the
Wait,
Easter Crom.
So you have 19 Chroms is all I have. 19.
No, I got 2.
19.
I got 2 Chroms.
No, you don't understand. Every Fire Emblem character is Chrom because they are Marth and Lucina. This is what you fail to understand.
Yeah.
Every Fire Emblem character is actually Marth or one of his family members. Do
Yeah,
not
I
let
know that.
anyone lie to you. Anyone.
What the
At all.
fuck?
Maddie, can you go let them in? They're being babies. It's locked.
The back door is open. Else it's not. Did you guys lock it on your way out?
No.
Then there you go. It should be open. Oh, fuck.
I'll be right back. I don't know the person who's going to open the
can't
door.
beat the dog.
Okay. Someone's playing Donkey Kong. They're talking about dongs.
That's how you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna give British Senpai blushing Owain art.
The best kind of Owain.
Yeah.
He became a dark mage for some reason.
He says it's because he inherited Lisa's good magic skills. And I'm like, my Lisa was like not even that dank of a sage yet. but I still made you a swords master. Like, bruh. Like,
Please.
swords master with lemon sword.
The
I'm
door
not
was
making
open.
I guess he's getting no chips.
10 out of 10 day.
Why'd you guys close the door?
Day, did you see my box yet?
I'm going to look at it now.
What took you so long, though? Yeah.
Because they kept telling me that it was open.
Well, it's not. You should have just went anyway. They're not holding you back physically.
When I was walking, I looked down more there. I see these people.
Anyway.
They're totally holding her back physically. Don't let her lie to you.
They fighting?
Like putting all their might into these swings. I wanted to go World Star, but they
Okay,
started going
I'm looking at it
down
now.
Really, like towards Osborne, and it was just, like, swinging.
If it'll load. Oh, there we go.
Kid
Ooh, you got the Easter event, Lucina? Is that her?
Yep.
Aww. Henry, my child.
Henry is the
Tarja,
best.
Camilla, Hawkeye. Ooh, you have a pretty good hand.
Yeah. I maxed 5 stars in 2 days. It's my
Same,
thing.
though.
I love grinding. I do that in most games, and it confuses Alex.
Dairy Queen, like the Bella.
Yeah.
Saw this guy.
Because this is not the only game I can do that in. I do it in like all my phone games, and Alex is like, how?
Or walked and looked just like Malcolm.
I'm not that hardcore of a phone game player.
That was actually scary.
Yeah. I'm also mad at it. Then I'll take like a month to level 1 character.
Is David coming?
I don't know.
You guys, you gotta.
So British Senpai didn't ask any questions about blushing Owain art.
Like that was a
What?
joke, right? Or like back door.
No, Patrick was convinced it was open. So he didn't-
I'm making British Senpai have
I don't know.
Oh yeah, back
blushing
door's
Owain
locked.
art since he hasn't played Awakening.
We're here physically at the door, rattling it. Yeah, like I'm like. Oh,
Day, have you seen the
That's
Crom
that guy right there.
22 Jump Street edit?
Yes, I have.
That
was,
edit
I
is
have, actually.
actually amazing.
It is pretty good.
Gil linked it to me this morning, and I died.
It.
I got a podcast.
I've watched it 7 times today. I've actually died each time. I've even watched
I feel
other
like we
versions of it.
automatically tune out Cole's voice.
Oh.
Psych. Who was the one? Who was the one guy watching your live stream the other day?
So,
Every time I see Cole live stream,
I'm going to be adding Brit Senpai.
alright.
Every time I know it's streaming Life is Strange. Malcolm watched.
Yeah, so, Day, what video games do you like?
He does.
Does it have to be like top 5 or something?
It can
Something
just
like
be what
that.
you like, but yes, please limit yourself to not more than like 5.
Okay. The first Dragon Age. Dracan.
I'm going now.
your mom like that so
What's another game that I really, really like? Oh, Okami. Primal.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, I like how that.
I don't
picture
know.
is, like, super
Oh, Wind
Welcome,
Waker.
British Senpai. Oh, nice. Dave, leave and come back. I want to see if your profile picture resets.
Yeah.
Has it still not done that?
Nope.
No, you have to
Alright.
call and return.
I think they mean.
Don't worry. There we go. Hey, look, it's silent again. Woo. Yeah, so, welcome, Blushing Owain. That'd be you, British Senpai.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
Rip, it didn't update.
No.
No, that is hilarious. It's okay, you don't have to exit again.
It's just
Oh, God. It's
Starja.
Tharja. No one cares about Tharja anyways.
Wow. I'm allowed to
Oh.
like her.
I know you're allowed
You
to
know
like
what, Patrick?
It's actually probably pretty cool. I don't care. Hunter just gets destroyed by the magician. Like any
Patrick just said that our podcast sucks.
It kind of does, but whatever.
Yeah.
And that's because me and Alex are the only consistent freaking members.
No, I like gunshot.
Is that some salt that I feel going into my eyes? Let me put on
I
my
will pour the salt down your throat. How salty.
anti-hater face. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Also, I'm on an emotional wreck this week because I got
Ooh, what
pissed after.
happened?
I got pissed because of something that happened in the phone game, and then something happened between my sister and my dad, and I ended up crying this afternoon.
Oh.
So, yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm actually done with this week. So, yeah, I'm drained. Phone games do not help me. Oh my god! So now we can start listing. So, is there any particular like genre that you just like for video games?
Me?
Yes. You're the only day I know, so.
I know. I didn't hear day. I just heard. Is there any particular games that you like? I don't know. I like games where you feel like you're kind of like making a difference, like when you get to make choices.
Mm-hmm. Have you played Infamous?
Yes, I have.
Good.
Infamous is so good. The new one is so good. Even though it's not new, it came out like 5 years ago.
Oh, you mean Second Son?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love
I
Second
played
Son.
Son,
that.
not actually Cole's brother. Cry.
I love that game so much. Like, and I didn't see any like following for it or anything, but it was so good. Like, I love that game.
Yeah, it was.
I played it like 4 times.
The one question I have is it's epic as either Infamous 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
But
because
an open world. Huh?
I was just gonna say because he's not Cole McGrath.
Poor Cole.
You know, for still a damn good open world superhero game.
Mm-hmm.
Someone anyway.
Like, oh my god, Cole McGrath is a great MC because he's not necessarily even that nice of a guy, even when you're doing hero route.
Yeah. But when it comes
he'll
to
say some stuff.
Delson,
Oh, continue.
because when you play as Delson, like depending if you pick the pacifist or the renegade routes, the dialogue really changes. And if you do the renegade, he's such an asshole. Like he's just mean. And then you play him as the good guy, as the actual hero, and he's just like this sweet guy who genuinely cares about everything around him. It's like, wow.
And is screwed over because people with superpowers, man.
The greatest. This is the greatest.
I love
Powers are
how
so good.
Cole's like first encounter with another superhuman is like, it's this chick who turns into blood, and he's like, what?
Yep.
He's like,
and also enslaves people's minds with their psychic powers.
Yes. And he's like, I am literally electrocuting a pool of blood. What am I doing with my life? That is the first boss fight. I remember okay, so I played the demo for Infamous 2 like 19 times, and I bought Infamous 1 and 2 in a combo pack for like $15. And then, which was an amazing deal, by the way. And then I was playing, and I'm like, man, the number 2 is so polished, but number 1 is still so good. And then I get to the first boss fight, and I'm like, what even? Who are you?
Yeah.
And then you slaughter her, and then you're like, okay. Crazy yandere blood chick OP.
Did you guys play the DLC?
Oh, the vampire one for?
You're talking about Infamous, right? Infamous Second Son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the DLC to it.
Oh, you're talking about First Light.
Fetch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that.
I don't have Second Son, unfortunately. I don't have a PS4.
First Light was
I thought it was okay. Like, I didn't mind Second Son or the First Light, but I don't know. I really liked Fetch. I just didn't like her DLC very much.
You're wrong, Darren.
It wasn't bad. I just preferred the actual game.
Yeah, same.
Fuck off, Maddie.
Good God.
Sorry, I had people talking in the background.
Donkeys. Like literal donkeys, like an actual jackass.
What?
What?
Did you just say
Okay.
my friends?
Yeah, they sound like quite literally donkeys and goats, and I said like an
Yeah,
actual jackass.
you're not very far from the truth.
They're like literally making donkey noises.
Bowler beat this. I'm not laughing because it's fucking Yoshi.
So those are the people I hang out with and I choose to have in my life.
Every time Alex speaks, Day just cuts him off. This should be a game. Every time Day cuts Alex off, I take a shot.
I'm sorry. Alex, I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for?
It's funny because I tried to say something and you cut me off by apologizing to me.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh my god. This is so dank.
So, I was trying that it wasn't as good as the main part of Second Son, but it was still pretty good. But what I really enjoyed is the melee combat, because I feel like that's the first time in an Infamous game that they really nailed how, playing a superhero game, doing what it should feel like.
Mm-hmm.
It's super responsive, it's super fast-paced, and you can just rip through people with your melee, because Fetch is just like, oh, I'm going at, freaking, I go, neon form, supersonic punch some guy. Then you build up the, triangle to do your finisher attack. And unlike in, for example, Infamous 2, where you have these ridiculously overblown finisher attacks.
Oh my god, those are like Mortal Kombat finishes.
Yes. Fetch just, you hit the button, you freaking just pile drive someone. It's so cool.
Yeah, I getcha.
Yeah.
I love Infamous so much.
Such a good game.
When Cole McGrath said he had a brother... Oh, continue.
Yes, he did. I actually just opened up my Fire Emblem Heroes account so that I could, display my 10 5-stars, which are Lucina, Raven, Julia, Alm, Hana, Tiki, old Tiki, then Robin, Hawkeye, and Mist.
I see. So
5 stars in Fire Emblem Heroes.
Nice. When I get a PS4, I'll get Second Son.
Yeah, nice.
It's worth
Second
it.
Son is worth it.
It really is.
But I just feel like I'm gonna miss Cole McGrath so much.
And my mom was talking about
Delson is
You
very
will.
good.
You will miss him, but you'll enjoy Delson as well.
Yeah, Nelson's a fun character. The big thing is his conflict is a lot more down to earth than Cole's is. Very much a city gets blown up by a weaponized device, and then a plague happens, and there's you're stuck here. Delphin is very much a bunch of superheroes escape. Well, a bunch of superpowered people escape from a prison, basically. You have that's unrelated to what you're doing, but you wind up running into them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like playing Kirby now.
Regardless. Which one?
Squeak Squad.
Fun. I like when you get the power gallery and Squeak Squads, then you can just
do whatever you
grab
freaking want to.
powers.
Yep. I like Ghost Form. It's so fun.
Oh, Ghost is so busted.
Yes. Oh my god, just possess people.
Yeah.
Like it's actually fantastic.
Yes.
Hey, did you guys get around to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild?
I don't have a Switch, so no.
Oh, dang.
Pick up a Switch eventually, but it's playing Breath of the Wild, which is a pity because I guess it's like, really good.
Yeah.
It's actually Half-Life 3, though.
You guys want to hear something funny?
He honestly doesn't.
Okay.
Your taste in waifu is an awakening? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We're just quiet, and he's just like, ah!
In my friend here, the person whose house I'm currently at, his name's Patrick. He bought Breath of the Wild Special Edition, the European version, for like $400. Yet he doesn't have a Switch.
Wow.
So he's that guy.
That is Patrick. That is what he does. He makes poor financial decisions. I say as I watch him rock back and forth on a wheelie chair.
Well,
Wow.
in defense, I spent, $200 importing CCC from Japan, the special edition, and I don't even know Japanese.
Yeah, we had that conversation before, Alex. Oh my god.
Yep. That's actually my Microsoft account is actually me holding the special edition box for CCC.
Yep. Oh my
That was
god.
actually my G+.
Yep, I remember. I was there.
Yep.
I've always been there.
Ew.
Yep.
No, you guys don't understand how long I've known Alex. It's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's actually
It's
almost
been a
been
long
5 years
time.
now.
Yeah.
I will have known you for half a decade. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah. So, British Senpai, not to bring my personal business into this, but Jenna's not talking to me anymore.
Oh, I can see why. From what I hear, you seem very annoying.
Really? Because she's the one who won't stop harassing me about freaking Star Wars.
Oh, do you start the conversation?
No, she always starts the conversation. She's like, I know you like Kylo Ren and everything, but like, this is why I hate him and his guts entirely. And I'm like, can you not? And then she just continues anyways.
My gosh. I don't know what to
It's
say to
funny
that.
because I've heard this saga unfold for a while now.
It has literally been unfolding for almost 2 years now, since TFA aired in the movie theaters. Like, it's been that bad for that long. It is on and off. And I told her to come back when she's not a TFA extremist. And then I apologized to her. I apologized to her after she harassed me for a year and a half. And she won't talk to me.
Oh dear.
See, I don't know what to say to that. I don't know how to respond to that.
We had such a good friendship going along until she brings up freaking Kylo Ren. Because she hates his guts, and he's a perfectly fine villain. Like, you don't have to like him. You can think he's whiny or annoying, but he's a villain. You're not necessarily supposed to like him.
Yes. He's not terrible garbage written characters. It happened. J.J. Abrams is worst director.
That's what she believes, honestly. Actually. She hates
Yes,
J.J. Abrams.
that's why I said that.
Like, her train of thought with Star Wars is that the original trilogy is actually a blessing from God. And I'm like, well, I mean, maybe The Empire Strikes Back, but that's because Vader made that movie so good. So
Yes.
Okay, subject change, man.
Do you not like The Empire Strikes
Okay,
Back? I will fight you.
Hey,
I'm-
well, no, I like all the Star Wars. Okay, I haven't seen the recent one.
Okay, well, we're not going to spoil anything. We're just talking about
I don't-
character-wise.
I don't think I want to watch it though.
You don't have to. No one's forcing you.
It didn't seem like I would enjoy it, so I just. And then I saw the trailer for Rogue One. And I was like,
Don't watch Rogue One. Don't watch it. Don't do it.
It's bad.
It's not necessarily bad from a writer's standpoint or a cinematography standpoint, but from a
No,
character
it's-
standpoint, it's weak from a character standpoint.
Yeah, see, I
I
figured.
would say this.
I really don't.
Nor Rogue One are, perfect movies by any stretch of the imagination. Rogue One, The Force Awakens, than The Force Awakens is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even saying that either of them are bad films. It's just Rogue One does some annoying things that it really shouldn't have done.
It does the I'm in between a prequel and a sequel syndrome thing.
Oh gosh.
Which is, we have to tie up everything in 10 seconds, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's my main problem with Rogue One.
See, yeah, now I really don't want to watch it. It seems like it seems like a whole terrible put together, honestly.
It's not terrible, it's just that it's pointless.
Yeah.
Well, being pointless kind of makes it terrible.
When it's trying to be fun to watch, the movie is fun to watch. When it's not necessarily trying to be fun to watch, the movie is not fun to watch.
You're just sitting there like, oh man, they're gonna die.
Yes.
Interesting.
And it's a strange case of you're like, oh, they're going to die, but you don't actually care that any of them are going to die.
Yes. TFA had a stronger character standpoint, but more bullcrap.
Yes. However, The Force Awakens didn't suffer from like a super dry first half.
Yeah.
However, I would argue that the final half of Rogue One is more fun than the final half of The Force Awakens.
Yeah, excluding the character acting.
Yes, absolutely. I would say that The Force Awakens has a better ending.
Yeah. Finn's character-driven stuff is way better than anything in Rogue One.
Yeah, the entirety of, the character interactions in Rogue One, Finn is better than.
It's so sad, because the Asian guys have so much potential, and they're fun, but,
Yep.
they're dead.
Yes.
If you're going to watch the movie at all, British Senpai, just remember Asian guys are best guys.
Okay, touche.
Yes.
So,
okay, just looking at our chat right now, I just realized that there is no reason why Libra does not have supports with Tiki, as Tiki is literally the daughter of his god.
yes.
Just need to point that out there.
They probably just didn't want to, because Libra is super holy, right? He won't smash his... He'll do what Sayuri did, right? And I think they don't really want too many, platonic relationships in that game.
I get that, but they still should have done it.
They should have. Also, Libra should totally be friends with Henry, but he's not.
Yes.
That should totally be a thing. But that's because Libra gets the shaft because he doesn't have boobs.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm going to take this as an opportunity to talk about, some of the games I like.
Mm-hmm.
I brought up, the first two GBA Golden Suns. I'm going to count them as the same game because they were originally intended as the same game, and they interconnect so much that, if you complete Golden Sun 1, you can transfer all your data to Golden Sun 2. And,
yes. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it keeps all of your data, basically. All of your items, all your levels, all of your Jin, your character classes, any stat boosting items you consumed, all of it carries over. Right? It's really good. And if you do that, there's bonus dungeons and crap that get unlocked in Golden Sun 2. So totally do that if you're gonna play Golden Sun 2. Because it's worth. Yeah. So I'm counting the first two Golden Sun games because as one cohesive, experience, probably the best time on the Game Boy Advanced. Mic drop, right? Whereas another one of my personal favorites is the second Star Ocean. Star Ocean, the second story, is gotta easily be one of my favorite games of all time. It's one of those RPGs that even now, with how much RPGs have evolved over time, I still haven't found an RPG that comes close to providing what this game does. It's a game where you recruit who you want to recruit. They become important, like, party members with a bunch of dialogue, with character interactions, their own personal interference on the ending of the game. And you can go through 2 playthroughs of this game and not have a cast that even remotely resembles each other. And that's fantastic. Like, the only 2 characters you'll have who are, the same necessarily, so to speak, are, Claude and Reyna, who are the male and the female leads of the game. And the villains are super good. The world is super fun to explore. There's a bunch of crap you can do. Crafting is super good. Like, it's so good. Oh my god. There's a massive super dungeon. There's a couple of super bosses. It's a freaking RPG that came out in like the mid-90s, and it has active time battles where like you literally run around the battlefield and you melee combo people to death or cast your magic or do whatever you want to do. It's so good. Oh my god.
What game is this?
Star Ocean 2.
Star Ocean, the second story. It's easily one of my favorites. Let's see. Another game that I really, really like more so than other games that I like, would probably be the 5th generation Pokemon games. Because, in my opinion, that's probably the peak of, okay, I'm going to start over. Pokemon games have, for the most part, improved from generation to generation because they've just added more stuff and made some tedious stuff easier to do and have made things more consistent overall. However, I feel like Pokemon Black not only added the most new stuff in general compared to each generation of Pokemon, but also the amount of game that they crammed into the entire 5th generation is more so than they crammed into previous generations. The story's really good. The post-game's really good. There's a ton of stuff to do. There's a ton of daily stuff to do. They added the PWT in Black and White 2, which is fantastic. There's a bunch of Pokemon you can catch. So good. So good. Like, excellent game.
Don't bring up the trash in front of Alex. No one brings
what?
No one bring up the trash poison Pokemon in front of Alex.
Yeah, that is the one scar on an otherwise perfect experience.
That's what everyone points to for why they don't like Black. It's so bad. It's so funny because the fan base is like, "Why don't you like Black?" And then they point to Trevorjoy or whatever his freaking name is.
Yeah,
Oh my god, it became a meme.
Yes, it did. Like, however, that's the one thing you can nitpick about how good this game is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just love how it's a meme though. That's sorry.
It's all good. Let's see. My favorite Final Fantasy game is probably FF10. That would probably be on my top 10 somewhere because Final Fantasy X is fantastic. It's also it's not the first Final Fantasy game I've played, but it's the first one that I beat. And Final Fantasy is like a lot of things in which, the first time you do it, you just remember it super fondly. So, there's a reason why I own my copy of PS2. I own the HD remake for the PS3, and I own the HD remake for the PS4. Special edition for the PS4, actually. and it's just because I love that game to death.
I snuck in a comment during your sentences, and it was fantastic. Thank God no one heard me.
I slightly heard
okay.
you, but like I couldn't make it out.
Well, I mean, if you want to know, just ask. But otherwise, if you don't want to know, don't ask.
Well, of course I want to know. I
I
have
was
to know
like,
all things.
you remember it fondly, and I'm like all those Hope X Lightning Dojin. There's so much. So much.
I know there is, and I'm like, why the ship though? Hope's like,
it's not even
Hope's
adult
like,
Hope from like X2.
yeah,
I don't.
like Lightning has a younger sister who's an adult, and Hope is like a teenager.
Yes.
Oh shoot.
Like Lightning could almost be 30 by the time Hope is an adult. And it's like, oh god. And by adult I mean 18 because Hope is like 12. Hope is 12 and Vanilla's 18 and he is just charmed by her and I love it.
Same.
Because the entirety of FF13 beginning Hope like dialogue is, I don't want to do this. Vanilla's like, let's do this with her British accent and he's like, okay. And I'm like, Vanilla's hot. I don't freaking blame you. She's hot and nice with a British accent. 10 out of 10, bro.
I don't think anyone's blaming Hope for, getting dragged around on things. He's like, I kind of want to do this, but I really don't.
He's like,
you gotta do so.
Yeah, there's.
Hope's like, okay, goes into the freaking Fal'Cie temple, gets turned into Lucy. I knew I shouldn't have done this.
Vanilla's like, it's okay, and Hope's like, okay. Oh man, but Vanilla is just so good, so I don't blame him, like at all.
Vanille's got that death magic. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I like how Fang just knocks out Snow, and she's like, "You're coming with me," and Snow is like, "I have a waifu."
Yes.
That's like legitimately their conversation.
Yeah. Fang's also super fun. Like, the last time I played through 13, Fang was like my main damage dealer.
Nice.
Because Fang's so good.
The parts where it's just Saz, Vanille, and Hope annoys me because they're all support characters, and I sit there like, oh my god.
Yeah, and you're just like fighting enemies, and you're like, why am I even doing this?
You're like, I feel like I should just die.
I'm using 3 Ravagers at the same time. What even is my life?
You're like, you can't finish the stagger.
Yes. You like build up the stagger, and then their stagger resistance gets so high, and the gauge just like deteriorates.
Yeah, and you're like
wow.
You're like, oh my god. And that's why you need Snow or Lightning.
Yeah, or Fang.
Yeah, or Fang.
Fang can do. Once you get Saz to higher levels, he can be a decent commando as well.
Yeah.
However,
it's just that
he's
they force you at the early games. That's the thing.
Against like massive enemies because his blitz move will hit large enemies multiple times, whereas everyone else's is just like an AoE that hits multiple enemies.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Saz a good commando.
I like how he knows fire magic.
Yes.
It is something he just doesn't talk about.
Yep.
He's like, I am a normal soldier. Fire. And you're like, wait, what? I am a pilot. Saz, you know fire.
Yep.
Some mages don't know fire. What the heck, Saz? Saz is like, I used machine guns. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sneaks in a fire.
Yeah.
Hope's like, I don't even know fire, and I'm the support magus.
Yep.
Vanilla's like, I'm a healer, so I know cure. And Hope's probably like, how? You found that string thing, like, on the floor.
Yep. Oh, Final Fantasy 13. People give this game so much crap, and I'm like, it's actually fun though.
Well, they do the same thing to Black.
They do, yeah.
It's actually the same exact thing they do to Black.
Yeah, they take one thing to nitpick that's not even that bad, and they're like, this is the entire game, 0 out of 10.
I also think it's the fact that Lightning doesn't have bigger boobs. That's probably one of the main reasons. Like, let's be real. Which is why they added the dress-up simulator when Lightning returns.
I actually like the dress-up simulator, though.
That's why they added it, because people would like it.
I guess, but I don't know, it's fun.
I mean, in
like,
DB...
put Lightning in suits anyway, so, you know...
For a good portion of the DBZ Fusions game, I was wearing a suit, and I was beating up gods in a suit.
That's pretty great.
So, I was a human in a suit just beating up gods, and that was actually my favorite thing about that game. It's actually quite funny. Because just the concept, like, you don't even have to be in DBZ, but you're a human beating up gods in a business suit.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Yes. And it makes it, the fact that it's DBZ makes it better because humans are trash in DBZ.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah. Man. So what is the best Kirby game?
Let's see.
Let's pop up Kirby game list.
I liked Superstar Ultra is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. I liked Amazing Mirror too.
Amazing Mirror was fun getting the split versions of yourself when you can just like...
Yeah. The best part is even in a one-player game, you can call 4 copies of yourselves controlled by at least a moderately good AI whenever you feel like it, and just freaking curb stomp people.
Let's see. Also, your final boss doesn't have legs.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, Kirby, thank God you got redesigned as you went on.
Also, you could fight Master Hand and Crazy Hand in that game because they're done by the same company that does Smash.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Amazing Mirror is a good game. That Superstar Ultra was just super overloaded with stuff to do, which is why it was so good.
I got into Kirby because of Amazing Mirror, actually.
Nice.
I went to my cousin's house in New York, and she's like, you should play this. And I was like, okay. And I played Amazing Mirror, and I was like, this is actually amazing.
Yes. Also, there was Dark Meta Knight in Amazing Mirror.
Yeah. I like how Shadow Kirby is a thing, and he just doesn't talk, just like Kirby, and he looks at you when you beat him, and he runs away and gives you health.
Yep.
Shout out to Shadow Kirby. Shout out to these Shadow characters in like Nintendo and Sega games, and we just don't talk about them.
Yes.
Oh my god. There's even like a Dark Samus. Why? Nintendo, why?
Wait, people play Metroid to know this?
Oh,
what?
Whoops. But they are a assist trophy in like Smash, so they have to know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Dark Pit, Dark Link, but then again, who plays Pit games?
I played Kid Icarus Uprising. It's pretty fun, actually. It's one of those games that tears the crap out of your touchscreen, though. So.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Pit.
I mean, it's fun, but I can't really recommend it just because it tears the crap out of your touchscreen.
It probably should be on a console, if you ask me, for a game like that's like shooter kinda.
Yes. I feel like it would probably have been a really fun Wii U game.
Mm-hmm. Nah, but Nintendo doesn't like taking risks.
Yeah, I feel that.
Even though when they remove fun mechanics, they take risks, then.
Yeah.
My one problem with Squeak Squad is that there's a lack of stuff you can do, but it's still fun.
Yes.
Like, it's fun.
Squeak Squad is really linear compared to some of the more modern Kirby games.
Yeah, it's just like it felt like it was missing a little love. It's like still a Kirby game, but if it had a little more love like put into it, it'd probably be way more amazing.
Yeah, I get that, but still, like, there's really fun stuff that
Yeah.
they put in Squeak's head.
It is. It's great. That's why I feel like playing it. But like then, in their defense, they released 4 games, one every year, for 5 years, and I'm like, yeah, I can understand. Because it went Kirby Air Ride, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Kirby Canvas Curse, then Kirby Squeak Squad, like all in a row, 1 year right after another.
Yeah, I feel that.
So, yeah, shout out to Kirby's Motivations, by the way.
Shout out to Kirby Air Ride. Like, that's a game that barely ever gets talked about. It's super fun.
Well, I never had a GameCube, so cry me.
Did I?
Yeah, I never had a GameCube, and people were like, oh yeah, all these games for GameCube, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I had a PS2. But that's because I kind of like the PS2 controller. Actually, that's probably my favorite controller, period. PS2 controller? Yeah? Yeah, actually it is. Because it's more solid than the PS3 controller.
Okay.
And I like it more than the Xbox controllers, because I don't like the Xbox controllers at all.
Oh yeah,
that's because they're not very good.
Nintendo controls are fine, but I never liked the 64 control. Oh my god. I never liked the GameCube control either because I felt like the thing was just too big.
Okay.
What I did like was the Wii and Nunchuck remote. I liked that.
Okay.
Probably my
perspective. Like, a lot of people didn't like the Nunchuck.
Oh, I love the Nunchuck. That's how I play Smash. Screw the 64 remote. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I play fighting games like a PS2 controller, but I cannot play Smash with the freaking 64 remote. I'll die. It's terrible.
So you use a Wiimote and a Nunchuck?
Yes. That is how I've always played Smash, and that is how I've always beaten my friends with their freaking 64 controllers. And they always give me the same dirty look. Like, 64 controller is the best controller. And I'm like, you're smoking some sort of special weed. I hate it.
You know, the Switch controller, the one it's like kind of split. Have you guys seen it? Yeah, that control, it gets uncomfortable after a while for me.
I can believe it.
Yeah. Especially when playing Legend of Zelda, it kind of gets annoying, so I had to switch to the other one.
Looking at the Switch controls, everything about it looks kind of irritating to me. So
it is. It's like so different because like you go from the other controller and the controls are totally different, and then you go to like a PS4 controller and you're like, wait, how do you do this again? Because I forgot. It's like you get used to it after a while.
Also, the Bleach fighting game I have, you use the Wii remote to slash, and it slashes the way you slash, and it's a fighting game.
Okay.
And it's freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you use a nunchuck for that. You don't use a classic remote for that. There's, like, so many games, and I was just like, the classic remote, I was like, oh, God, oh, no, this is awful. Oh, I don't like this at all. Like, honestly, I just don't like how I don't even like, but I don't like the Wii remote sideways either. I only like it with the nunchuck. I really just have a hard time with not PS2 control because I'm gonna be real. I didn't have any other console besides a PS2 until literally 3 years ago. So, yeah. So
I feel it.
Yeah, it's something that I was just like, yeah. I'll never probably get used to this at all, ever. So that is probably why I hate the 64 controller so much, because back when I first started playing Smash vs. Melee and I was like really little, I hated it because the only character I knew was Kirby, and I kept dying because I kept choosing the freaking 64 Star Fox map. And I didn't know how to air recovery. No one told me how to play, and that's why I hate Melee, because I have bad memories of Melee. That is the only reason I don't like Melee, and that's probably the only reason I don't like that controller. So I never used that controller or played with Melee again. You know?
Rip.
And then started hanging out with Manny, and then we started playing Brawl, and I started using the Wii remote, and I'm like, man, I can actually do stuff with this. What I really like about the nunchuck is it's in one hand, and I have an entire hand dedicated to smash attacks. Right? That's what I really like. It keeps my hands like not like it makes it easier in my brain for it to register where the stuff is, honestly, splitting it into two.
Okay.
However, the Switch controllers, I've seen them and they're kind of small
Yes.
when you split it. And I'm like, I have big hands. I don't like
Yes,
that.
they're very annoying.
But yeah, I have a lot of opinions about hand controllers that are just very personal. People don't like opinions of them. I hate the 64 controller. Screw you,
Yeah,
Nintendo.
it's
I
very
hate you.
yeah, that one's uncomfortable too.
Oh my god. I just honestly think it's too big. There's too many things on it. There's like 3 joysticks. Or if that's 64.
Yeah.
I can't recall. But there's like, and then like it's so chunky. It's so chunky. Ironically, though, I played on the 64 a lot playing Mario. And Mario 64. A lot. Whenever I went to my grandpa's house, that's all I played. And then my uncle broke it.
Rip.
Yep. That was the only Mario game I actually liked, 64. It's the only one that doesn't piss me off. And that's because I have a little more control of where I'm going.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, Kirby. Anyone ever play Pac-Man World Rally, the Mario Kart racing, but with Pac-Man characters?
Nada.
Oh man, I played it. If I lived near you, I'd bring it over to your house and show you. It's for the PS2. My cousin gave it to me as a gift. I also have Pac-Man World 1, 2, and 3, which is actually Mario 64. Each one is more polished than the last one. And Pac-Man talks in the third one.
Oh.
Okay.
And he has a kid. Pac-Man Jr. Like, he doesn't talk in the first 2 Pac-Man World games, but he talked in the third one. It was so weird just beating the first 2 and then going to the third one and being like, what? Also, the third one is super weird. Also, is it I'm trying to remember. I think it's the third one where you're literally traversing dimensions because the ghosts have detected an imbalance in the multiverse because someone is trying to eat all of them that's not Pac-Man.
What?
And
What?
you have to solve mini mazes where you literally play the original Pac-Man game.
Okay.
That game is so weird. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
But yes, they're yeah, the way that's the plot of the game though.
Oh dear.
That's what happens when Namco Bandai tries to do anything. But guys, it's time to end Annie Chat. With me today, I've had British Senpai.
Yo, what's all?
I've had Abrikusu.
Always and forever.
And I've been here as well. See you guys next time.